Renovation rage, looking left, right, and centre. Every street you're turning around, there's utes, there's maintenance, repairs, renovation being done. People always ask us, what's the best thing to do to make a lot of money out of my renovation? Stay tuned. We'll tell you.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Mr. Novak, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. It's Friday. It's springtime. Weather's good. We're coming out of the end of this little thing at the moment that the world's experiencing. Things are good. How are you,
Traffic
Mr. Novak?
shitting you.
Traffic. Yeah,
Traffic gave you the shits this morning.
Yes, at 7 o'clock in the morning, traffic is for the first time since COVID, been a frustrating factor of a day. I don't understand what the difference is today. But anyway, that's another topic. We're talking about renovations today, aren't we, Mark?
We are where you can spend a little and make a lot. We're getting asked so much lately.
Yeah, and obviously everyone wants to be able to have the information to be able to improve or increase in value of one of their assets, or they just like to be able to plan ahead so that they can get things in place so that what they do is beneficial for them, but then hopefully makes it more saleable in the future. So a lot of people renovate to their taste and only their taste, and some people have taste that's very different to the vast majorities, which makes it a little bit difficult when it comes time to sell. So what sort of basic things might you give people as some introductory instructions as to, you're doing it for yourself, but think of the future as well. Think of the people who might end up purchasing it. How do you not overcapitalize is probably one of the most important questions.
Yeah, look, I think I think when doing a renovation, to understand the market that you're going to be selling to is really, really important. And a simple question to a real estate agent can answer that. So if you're getting an appraisal on your property, for instance, asking the real estate agent, hey, who do you reckon will buy my property? What's the likely profile or the likely buyer that's going to be buying something like this? That's going to answer a lot of questions for you in terms of who you're going to like. Not only, if you're going to get a bit of life out of the property and live there, okay, you want to do your taste, but if you can skewer it into a direction for, your potential market that you could be selling to in the future, that's smart as well. It's a double header.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean doing your renovations so they're, vanilla. You're doing it so that it's something that everyone is going to have some attraction to. And there are quite simple ways to do this, and it's just taking your primary focus out of it for a little bit, I suppose. Lisa's just mentioned, Mark, in a volatile market, I'd be doing the least amount possible to get the maximum gain. No point in renovating for 3 to 6 months, then the market cools off. Yeah, it's a good point. The market's been moving so strongly of late. Within 3 or 6 months, it can have changed, it can have dipped, it can have jumped. The buyer pool could have shortened or got smaller, sorry. And this has been one of the revelations lately, I think, with the whole social media selling and not as many properties getting staged and having that full sort of styling process through the campaign. You can still get top dollar as long as you've got the access to the buyers and as long as you've got the access to getting the property to them. That's another topic on its own, Mark. But on the topic of renovations, how do we improve the value of our property by doing the least? What are the main things you would suggest to someone if they were about to put their home on the market?
Look, if you're just about to put on the market, I wouldn't be doing a kitchen or a bathroom. Like Lisa says, your lead time's too long. I love the saying maximum impact at minimum cost. So paint, carpet are very easy ones to do very quickly to make it feel great. A lot of things that you should not forget about are if you have an investment property, the money you're spending is tax deductible if it's repairs and maintenance. So if you, so a lot of people do repairs and maintenance, renovation at home, and then do the same time they do a repairs and maintenance on their investment property. By doing it on their investment property offsets that cost. It's basically less tax that you're paying that year, and when you do get the asset valued, it's going to be valued more. Something that I love about the amount of renovations that people are doing on their homes at the moment, because it is a crazy amount of renovations people are doing to get a painter, a tradesperson, and anything at the moment is hard. People, it sounds like people do have a little bit more money out there to be, you can see it by consumables and stuff like that people are buying, but renovating, definitely people are renovating. And I think also they're spending so much time at home, James. So before, some people were using their property like a hotel room. Now, more like if you said 50% of people were like active, out of the house, they were out at dinners, they would, for instance, they didn't have kids, they're out at dinners, they're working hard, they're never really home. But that's changed. That even if you're the most social, if you're the biggest socialite, even now you're home all the time, 95% of the time, 99% of the time. So I think that renovation on a property is so much more important, or that thing that gave you the shits but you thought, nah, it's not that important, I'm not home much anyway, it suddenly is. So a bucket load of people are doing these things to their property, and they're making some really good money out of it. They're adding a lot of value.
Yeah, and I think one of the things is what Luke said, they use reno money to buy the next investment. There are a lot of different approaches that people can take. It might be an owner-occupier that's got one property, and you might have a bathroom that you've been wanting to do for the last 15 years. There are different reasons and necessities for wanting to do things. And as you say, with all this extra time being spent at home at the moment, you need to be feeling comfortable. It's sort of highlighted or exaggerated these little things that maybe you ignored previously. So
yeah, and it feeds the soul. Like I know. Look, we're always, as real estate agents, we're always like, what can you do to make more money out of the property? But I think being a bit herbal, with your home, spending money on, like at our place, we just did carpet paint, and a bit of, we redid the old cornices. What goes around the corner, the cornices. And it's something that really gave me the shits. Like, we've been in our place for 14 years now, and it's one of those things that you looked at the old fashioned corner, the shitty old corner, so it was the cheap ass one, and it was like, I just want to sort of take it up a level, but never never really had the time or the energy. Or we did around your doorways, the architraves, and the skirting boards, were the cheap ass little shitty ones, and we put like the big quality sort of American style, nice fat architraves around. And I've got to say, nesting like that has been, for us, and I think for a lot of people, it's feeds the soul. Do you know what I mean? Like, it makes you feel cushy, comfy, happy to be home. I think it's really, really important to do, because you're constantly taking out of your property without realizing 365 days a year goes like that, 3 years goes like that, 5 years goes like that. You're tiring down the property. It's nice to feed it, water the plant.
Well, that's exactly right. And wear and tear, it happens across, it's unavoidable at the end of the day. So what I was going to ask you then, when you mentioned that, Mark, was how did it feel when you doing just painting and carpet and the architraves and the cornices? They seem like nothing jobs. Maybe the architraves and the cornices more, but I bet they make you feel a hell of a lot more comfortable there. Just like you feel more settled, relaxed. There's Zen mode.
It changed the whole room.
Yeah.
So you think to yourself, how much can it? But if you think about it, field of view, when you're like on the couch or in the dining or in the kitchen, like, it is most of the room is your carpet and your paint. Do you know what I mean? So to go through and do those things, we also did curtains. Curtains and blinds are a funny thing, because you look at them years and years and years and years, you forget how shitty they get, how dusty, dirty, whatever, even if you're cleaning them regularly. And we did the curtains as well all the way through. But just that sort of stuff. Home automation,
Home automation.
yeah, a bit of Fabaro in the house. Can I say something about this, guys? This is the nerd coming out in me. Spend a little bit of money on automation in your home. It will save you so much time. It is ridiculous. Can I give you an example?
Please do.
Two lamps beside your bed. Every night you turn them on. Every night you turn them off.
Yep.
One lamp is 365 times you turn it on. When you turn it off, that's 700 times. You do two lamps, one on each side, that is 1,400 lamp switches in the course of a year that you're on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off.
Yep. And I bet more people have more than two lamps in their house. So it's a good point. That takes up a lot of time when you add it all together. And you know what? You can do it as simply as I know Lisa's here saying girls might not be so into the automation side of things, but you can do little things. You can buy light bulbs that have apps so that you can do it on your phone. You can do it cheaply, is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm automating. I'm doing little. It doesn't have to be hurting your pocket when you home.
Absolutely, and but stuff like this, guys, it's worth the money. So put it, for example, those like you said, those globes you can buy. You can set a timer on them, and you can have that on and off. So all of that stuff comes into your home renovation. All of that stuff is gonna feed your soul. It's going to feed your brain. It's not going to hurt your brain because you're not like running around every night and doing that.
Yep.
Bit of automation. It is cheap. Bit of paint and carpet. It is high impact and it is cheap. If you've got to do a kitchen and bathroom or a second story extension, do it. It's going to feed the soul. And don't forget, if you can make it tax deductible because it's repairs or maintenance and you have an investment property that you can do that to, that investment property value is going to go up as well.
Yeah. But it all comes back down to, again, if you don't know where to start, your agent will be able to give you some good advice. You might have builders. There's people we can refer you to that will give you good information that will just help you out. If you do want any of that information, please reach out. We can. Lisa's said girls need huge robes for their shoes too.
I've been kicked. So I was kicked out of my robe. Then I was kicked out of the ensuite. And don't talk about robes.
Do you
It
even
hurts
have
really, that really hurts, that topic. I have a okay. Yeah, good point, Luke. How much value does auto lamps add to a price? I want you to work out what you're worth per hour, Luke. Then I want you to divide it by 4, so 15 minutes. Say divided by 10, so that's 6 minutes of that time. And then I want you to do, that's what you're doing every day when you're turning that light on, those lights on and off. And 6 minutes of your time in the course of a year of 364, it's 1,800 minutes you're saving. Did I do that right? 180 minutes you're saving a year, or 1,800 minutes. It's a lot. It adds up.
It's a lot of minutes. So look, these things are important. Time is the most precious commodity of all. And if you can do something to save a little bit, I think you're doing pretty well. It's probably a clever move. I think that is it, Mark. Thank you very much.
Takeaways: maximum impact, minimum cost. Definitely look at those things. Don't be afraid to feed your soul. Renovate your own home. Feel good about yourself and your home. Have a good look around. Don't look around as you. Look around as a guest or a prospective purchaser. You will see your property differently. Ask a real estate agent who the target market would be. And you can identify who you're renovating towards. Ask a real estate agent if there's anything they would renovate for if they were to live there or be selling that property. and we've got access to some unbelievable trades. So just ask your local, ask us, ask your local about trades. Real estate agents know fantastic tradespeople because they're always renovating rental properties and giving those leads out to people that are selling. So it's a good idea to get those good tips.
Perfect. Thanks, Mark. I think
James,
that is
thank you.
it. Take care. Peace out.
Done. Love ya. See ya. Bye, bud. Bye, bye, bye.
Sure.